What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my podcast. And I did not see this coming because I think we all know YouTube has been pretty crappy as of lately in terms of them changing up the rules all the time, ruining their own platforms with certain updates. And some updates they've done, yeah, it's good and all, but at the same time, some of other updates and rules that they've done on YouTube have been nothing but completely utter garbage because of the way you handle YouTube and the way you run your platform throughout the years. And you would have automatically assumed that things, would have been perfect the way you run your channel and your platforms, but it ended up doing just as harm. It ended up doing just as worse as what you already did before. And I can never forget it, that time when I got my first 2 copyright strikes over something that I've done 5 or even 6 years ago. And now all of a sudden, since they decided to attack me and I wasn't allowed to even stream or post any of my community tab for God knows how long, but that didn't stop me from making other videos on YouTube, and I just kept going until the strikes expired on my platform. Recently this year, I got my first strike in 2023 over something that did not violate any community guidelines, and it just didn't make sense to me at all of how certain videos I post on YouTube, they get flagged, but yet other content creators, they get a green check and a pass because they're big content creators. Like, I'm kind of smelling the hypocrisy of this platform, especially a person named Susan who has completely ruined the platform for a lot of us small content creators and big content creators, big or small. It don't really matter what you are on YouTube. Just know that YouTube ain't the same like it used to be years ago before Google got a hold of it. So, as you can read the title of this article and this video, YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki steps down after 9 years. And like I said, I did not see this coming. This was a shock to me, but all we can do is just hope for the best, that YouTube could just somehow improve or get better at it. So let's just get on with the article. Susan Wojcicki, a longtime Google executive who played a key role in the company's creation, is stepping down as YouTube's CEO after spending the past 9 years running the video site that has reshaped entertainment, culture, and politics. In an email to YouTube employees that was shared publicly Thursday, the 54-year-old Wojcicki said she is stepping down to start a new chapter focused on my family, health, and personal projects I'm passionate about. She didn't elaborate on her plans. Wow. So she's pretty much doing the Stephanie McMahon route when she decided to just step down to focus on family, health, and everything. But it is obvious to me that what YouTube is doing is try to make sure that everything is back to the way it used to be. I really don't think it's gonna happen, but I don't wish ill will towards anybody. But I can promise you this, with Susan being gone from YouTube, I hope and pray that YouTube can just somehow resolve and go easy on the copyright claims and strikes and flagging people's channels because of one topic of one video, because I really want YouTube to be successful in its own rights in the future, because I love doing YouTube. I've been on YouTube for 7 years now, and I'm not gonna quit doing YouTube probably like when I'm around 50 or 60 years old. That's it, my family is gonna stay alive that day. But Susan being gone, I think YouTube is going to end up being better, hopefully, this time around, because I really want this platform to up its game. You know what I'm talking about? So let's continue. Although she became one of the most respected female executives in the male-dominant tech industry, Wojcicki will also be remembered as Google's first landlord shortly after Google co-founder Larry Page and Sergey Brin incorporated their search engine into a business. Wojcicki rented the garage of her Miller Park, California home to them for $1,700 US per month. Now, the part when it says the most respected female executive in the male-dominant industry, I don't think so. To me, she does not earn my respect because of what she's done to YouTube, has been ruining the platform and ruining other content creators' chances of being successful on YouTube in terms of updates and new rules that you can't swear, you can't drop the F-bomb, whatever you want. And I think if YouTube were to go back to how they used to run their platform, or the platform before Google got it, I think YouTube would be a fun place to even create better and great looking content. That's if it's gonna be something like this. I'm not sure. One thing's for sure, that YouTube might be great again in its own rights. It would be one of the best decisions of my life, Wojcicki wrote in the announcement of her departure. In 2006, Google brought Wojcicki home to serve as a monument to the roots of the company, now valued at 1.2 trillion. During Wojcicki's career at Google, Brian became her brother-in-law when he married her sister, Anne, in 2007. Brin and Anne Wojcicki divorced in 2015. Okay then, so we don't need to know about their personal life, but screw it, it's already been out there anyway. So derived for paying so much for a video service whose future appeared to be in doubt. It turned out to be a bargain, Besides becoming a cultural phenomenon that attracted billions of viewers, YouTube also has become a financial success with an ad revenue totaling at $29 billion last year. That was up from an annual ad revenue of $8 billion in 2017 when Google's corporate parent, Alphabet Inc., began to disclose YouTube's financial revenue. Wow. So this is all starting to make sense because of Google and Alphabet's one of the biggest corporate companies in the world that is responsible for the YouTube's ad revenue. Because the truth of the matter is that even though you are monetized on YouTube, you're not really making money off your videos. You're making money off of your platform. That's what it is. But YouTube's ad revenue during the final 6 months of last year dropped 5% from the previous year, the first extended downturn that the video service has shown since Alphabet peeled back its financial curtain. Analysts are worried that the slump will continue this year. One of the reasons Alphabet's stock price has fallen by about 10% since it released its most recent quarterly reported 2 weeks ago. Wojcicki is also leaving just days before the U.S. Supreme Court is scheduled to hear oral arguments in a case threatening the freewheeling style that has long been one of YouTube's biggest advantage. Wow. So she pretty much just left before all of this mess happened. And so with that in mind, I really hope that YouTube could just somehow up its game, change its ways, and with all of this rules changing that is causing people left and right to stop making content on YouTube for good because of Susan. And I may not be a fan of her though, but I do wish her nothing but the best of luck. But we can't forget about the damage she's done to the platform throughout the years that is causing issues within the content creators itself. So this is just like a long article. So if y'all want the article, I will post it in the description. I just want to give you my 2 cents and thoughts on Susan stepping down as CEO of YouTube after 9 years on the platform. It's about time that something like this happened, because all we want is better change, and this platform can just do better and be better for a lot of content creators like myself and anybody else. And for what it's worth, I just hope and pray that YouTube can just get better with this platform, just like me and everybody else. So yeah, like I said, link will be in the description if you want to check out the article. I'm happy that she's stepping down, because I think it's time for a drastic change for YouTube to go back to how it once was before Google took charge. Too many rules with the copyright claim and strikes and community guideline strikes on certain people's channels like myself. And I do hope and pray that things will get better for YouTube, like I said, because I love this platform. I've been doing YouTube for 7 years now, and right now my dream is to become big on here and to get my first 1 million subscribers on here. That's always been one of my biggest dreams on here though, but only time will tell if that's gonna ever happen in 5 or 10 years or so. As long as I continue to upload videos and up my game with content and thumbnails. So yeah, what y'all thoughts on this? Chime in the chat.